It is 7 o'clock and I'm up here in the beautiful southern Highlands again. Today we are going to do the Vale tramway walking track. It's meant to get up to 32, 33 degrees today. This is a 4-hour return journey, so hopefully we'll be back on Vale Road here where the vehicle is parked by around about 11:30. The temps at that time should be around 27 degrees. The 30 plus temps is going to be after midday. So it says here, welcome to Mount Alexandra Reserve, area under surveillance. This was where the old rail line used to be, and this will eventually get to a lookout, and we're going to go through an 84-metre tunnel. Beautiful morning, absolutely stunning morning. We've just come from Moss Vale, just as you're heading down into Mittagong. You take the old Bowral Road to the old Hume Highway, and Vale Road is just off that. We'll catch up the bell and we'll see what this journey is all about. So we have a picnic area and a car park, so we could have driven down here. We didn't even have to park on the road. So you've got a dedicated car park. So if you do make it to Vale Road, just turn left into the dirt track and there's a car park. Come down here, Belle. There's a plaque on a rock. I'll just see what that says. And then it didn't tell us to veer off anywhere, does it? So we'll head through that gate over there. But I can see a plaque down the bottom here. Reading the reviews of this walk, there has been a couple of people that have said it's not very well signposted and they've got lost, whereas other people have said it's rather easy. So we've got another bush track down there. I can see arrows and like an information board here. There we go. Vale walking track. So we've got a 9-kilometre return journey. 4.5 kilometres to the Nattai Gorge lookout. We'll be going there as well. Allow 3 hours to return. If you want to have a look at the map, pause on that. The Vale track crosses Nattai Creek, then follows the embankment of the Vale tramway railway in common Highlands. The line of standard gauge was built in 1888 to carry coal mined in Nattai Gorge, the 7 kilometres to the main southern line at Mittagong. The train passes through several cuttings and tunnel 84 metres in length. That'll be cool. It ends at the incline by which coal was brought up from the gorge. The colliery probably had its heyday in 1888 when 100 tonnes of copper week were shipped to Melbourne during a coal strike. The colliery was closed in 1896. Tramway railway abandoned. The last part of the line was open as a walking track. I think it was in 1985. Design and finance were by Nowra Lands Office. The construction was done by the wards of the state from Toombong School, the Mount Alexandra Committee, and people employed under the Community Employment Program. So we've got a nice lookout and an 84-metre tunnel. That's cool, huh? Plenty of commemorative plaques around here. The Vale walking track, officially opened by the Honourable John Aquilina, I remember him as well, the Minister for Natural Resources, 23rd of May 1986. What were you doing in 1986? Still at school? It's an old, what is that? There's a lock on it. I don't know what it's used for. We've got an information board. We'll just get a few pictures of that information board, then we'll head up. So it looks like people can come in from a different way. There's a walking track down here. I remember it said that we can go this way. Yeah, we'll do the other one. Oh, we should see some black cockatoos. Industrial Aspirations, Mount Alexander and Nattai Catchment Boxvale Walking Track. 60-foot falls. I've been to 60-foot falls before. I've been to 40-foot falls before. So we are here. So we've got to go into the car park. And where's the track that we came from, Boxvale Road? There's a Weeping Falls there too. I've never heard of Weeping Falls. What is it? What's on the other side here? Flora and Fauna of Mount Alexander Reserve. That's a nice information board, but the place that they've put it is not very convenient. Probably to protect it. There's a couple of different ways that you can go. We can get back up into the track here that takes us back to where the car is, and there's a gate and you can cruise on through the beautiful bushland there. There is a signpost down here that actually says the Boxvale track. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the proper route through this bushland here, and then on the way back, if we can find the correct track to save ourselves coming up through the car park, we're going to come back through that way. So we'll see how well this is signposted. The Boxvale track. 3 hours return it says. We're giving ourselves 4 because we'll be stopping, taking pictures. Look at this morning. Absolutely stunning. Hopefully we'll hear some black cockatoos. You can hear the highway in the distance. All the cars heading towards Campbelltown, Sydney, and Goulburn, Canberra the other way. Weaving through this beautiful bush, the first little thing that you'll come to down here is a little bridge, a foot crossing. Is any water running in the creek down below? Oh, it's dry as. She's dry. Hear what? Well, a bird. Yeah, I can hear that too. Hang on for a sec, Bill. What did you say you can hear? Well, there's a waterfall here. Yeah, there is. That creek there was dry as. The birds are starting, they're waking up themselves. So we've just come down and we're trying to find this waterfall, and we can hear it as we're in an open clearing now. Is there a little like a track going through or not? That's where the sound's coming from. I'd say it'd be a little cascading waterfall. It's at the Nattai Gorge. It's a big drop. Can you see anything yet or not? Oh, it's gorgeous. Look, down over there to your left. Did you see that to your left? I know. So you probably don't even have to come down here. There is a bridge that we're going to cross soon, and you can look back down this way. But the bulk of the noise is coming from this area here. Yeah, can we get down there?
I have to use that tree.
Hang on there. Let me see. Yeah, you use the tree. I'll just jump down here. Nice. Very pretty. Oh, it's like two pools, one down here and one up there. So you've got a beautiful pool up that end, and there's another gorgeous one here. And across here, looks to be very slippery. That's why? Yeah, it could be the Cat-Eye Creek, you're right. I wouldn't, doesn't look like it's very clean for swimming. That's what, sorry? I think you can drink that. That looks pretty dirty down here. I wouldn't drink, I'd probably drink it falling off the rocks down there, but, or the little cascading waterfall there, but down here, it looks very, very green. You got a cave down here as well. So these are the things that you need to look out for if you're doing this Box Vale track walk. I might grab that camera from your belt, take a few pictures of these ferns on the embankment here. There's the bridge up the top there that we're going to cross. I'm hoping there's not too many beautiful places like this on the way, otherwise this 3-hour return journey is going to take us 6. We haven't moved from here yet. We're taking as many pics as we can. What do you reckon, straight up through here? If you want to, yeah. Save yourself some walking time. As long as it's safe, yeah? Just take your time. Yeah, I think this one's a little bit too shallow to swim in. Yeah, it is dirty, yeah, no. What about towards the right there? Yeah, I think you can go straight up there. You can see where people have gone up there. I think you can see how they've worn away the path. Yeah, just that little bit first. I'm just going to head up here and video back down the other way. Pity there wasn't one more rock to step on just here and I could get across. It's pretty deep here. And a little birdie. I don't know what that is. A little finch. The sun's coming up, Bill. That means the heat's going to start. How are ya? So straight up through there. The track looks to be in pretty good condition, yeah? You haven't seen anything washed away yet? Hear the train in the background. Oh, there's the dam. See the dam wall? Maybe, hopefully it'll lead us around to it. I read about some dam wall or dam around here. Hang on, Bill, we might need to pitch from here if we don't come on it. Must be an old dam. Hopefully that leads us around on top of it. Let me just grab that camera off here. I'll take a picture from here just in case we bypass it. Did you see it or not? Up in the distance there. So the track is pretty well signposted. I gather that review that that gentleman wrote about that he got... Oh, really? Really? I gather that review that he was talking about, he probably went through that gate where Bill was ready to walk through, and I said, hey, there's a car park down here. Oh, look at the reeds. So just remember, when you come up from the footbridge, there is a small unmarked track on the left, and you are virtually on the dam wall. Yep, you sure are on the dam wall.
The dam?
Can I get around there, huh?
There you go. There you go. You go down.
Yeah, go down as far as the damn wall, as long as I don't slip.
Oh, lovely.
Oh my goodness, look at the mist coming off that. So it looks like people used to walk all the way around I've got mozzies down below me. And they've put 2 gates on either end, stopping you walking around. They've tried to bend the bars, if you notice here. Let's see if I can get right up on that gate. I know, looks beautiful. Very eerie. Can easily fall in here. You don't know where the edge stops and the thing starts. The ducks are wondering what's going on. Okay, we managed to navigate ourselves around that fence. I wouldn't recommend anyone doing what I just did. I just want to get on this one block. Even here's good enough. Just a better view of the dam. Let me try to get up here. There's the highway just through there. Belle's taking pictures. The sun's out now. Stunning. Alright, let's go back. We're wasting enough time here. So just up from the dam, you're walking along what looks to be a cutting. I'd highly doubt trains came up past the dam here, but it does look like a train cutting. But it's rather skinny. I think we join the track at some point. I'd be very surprised if this is where the railway was back in the day. It's a little bit overgrown. You can tell not a lot of people do this. It's hard to say. It might have been. I'd say it would be up where that gate was, just above the car park, because this rejoins that. That was beautiful through there. The only thing that ruins it for me is the Hume Highway, just the noise. It's one of these explores where you're not that far into the bush, where you just have bird life and serenity. You've got that constant truck and car noise behind you. So if you start that track through the car park, you come along that beautiful footbridge and the dam, you'll come to a dead end. This is where it may get a little bit confusing. So what you do at this point here, you've got tracks going off to your left, which would make sense, heading up that way. But I think this is the main trail up here. It's like a fire trail. I'd say if we went straight through that gate above the car park, that's where we would have come. There's a turning circle here, I gather, for the fire trucks, so they can come down this far, fight their fires, and head back up. So we have now joined the trail. So that's just sort of like an offside track to take in the beauty of the dam. If you've seen that over and over again, and you want to just go do the lookout and the Boxvale Tunnel, you would probably skip heading around that way, because it probably puts a little bit more time on your journey. But considering we have doing it for the first time, we definitely had to take in going that way. So here we have another marker, so we know for sure we are going the right way. We've got another one here as well. So this probably takes you to the dam. Okay, so that tells you this is the Boxvale way. So we could have come along this track, probably didn't even have to jump on that one. So as long as we see these arrows every now and again, we know we're going the right way. See, notice it's off. You've got tracks going off to the left. So if these arrows weren't here, you would get a little bit confused. But again, you just follow the sandy trail. You can see some footsteps or footprints down here. So we left at exactly 7 o'clock. It will be interesting. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's why she goes ahead. She leaves surprises for me. We'll see what time we get back. If we left at 7, with all this stopping that we're doing and taking pictures, now the sun's out, so this is really going to play havoc on the camera. Now we're getting far enough away from the freeway where we may come to a point where we can't hear the traffic noise anymore. Little of dead trees. Tree of spirits here. It's one of these walks where every time I turn off the camera, Belle yells out and she says, "There's a little beautiful bridge." Look at the bars bent on this thing. What's going on here? You notice that? A massive tree's fallen on that. Look at this side. This side's completely straight. Let me turn around this sun. So if you have a look at this right hand side as you're walking back towards the vehicle or the dam, and look at that side. Right there. Some trees plonked on that and bent the shit out of it. No water running in the creek. Oh, isn't that nice? Tree hugging. Just up from the bridge. Make sure you hug the tree on the left here. Get a bit of energy. And then you stumble upon a power line trail, service trail. And you cross it. So we're going to cut straight through, but if you look right up there in the distance, all the power lines head straight back up to that mobile tower, I think it is. You've got your marker one way, you've got your marker the other way. And the sun's right on us. So I would say we are heading east. Coming from the west, heading east, if that's the case. So we're finally joined, or we're just about to join another track here. So I'm thinking this may have been the railway line. So we're walking side by side with it. There is a sign there in the distance that'll give us some sort of idea of exactly where we are. Yeah, so this leads us straight onto it. And it rejoins. So that walk through there would have been for the dam. Okay, so from here, what do we do? So when we go home, Belle, do you want to head straight down here? Yeah. And I'll save the trip walking back. There's no reason to go back on the Box Vale. Yeah, see, Mount Alexandra Reserve. So where we park the car, this is the sign that we've seen. So this will lead us straight back to the car. So once we get to this point, this arrow, and this farm. You remember I told you we could have driven, I think, to Morris Road or whatever? That's up through here, I think, because there was farmlands. Oh, okay, no entry. Yeah. Walking track closed. Oh, rockfall. Oh, we'll still go through. Okay. So 40-foot falls. I've been there before. Right. So the track is closed until further notice. Right. Why? Rockfall risk. Police. Rockfall risk. Are you kidding me? So now we are on the rail line. We're going straight through the cutting. I wouldn't be stopping anywhere through here, Belle. Okay, look at all the trees that have fallen. They've marked them all for chainsaw. So you can see here all the erosion. You know the funny thing with that sign is there was I think an English group up there in the Blue Mountains on a dedicated track that was open and whatever else, and something collapsed and they died. So you just don't know when your time's up. You know what I mean? Like, they've closed this now, but some things may not fall here for years upon years. So look at all these trees leaning over and just growing up above the rock there. Look how cool this is through here. What they're worried about is families. I think that's also children and stuff like that. I wonder how long it's been closed for, because it looks like it's a little bit overgrown. Yeah, someone's come along and put the X's on all these trees that need to be cut, I think, to clear the way for walkers to come through. When you look at it, there's a few rocks on the ground that have fallen from up top, but it's not a windy day, so I can't see an under here, see? The rocks have just given away. I don't think you could ever secure this where there's no rocks going to be falling. What are you going to do? Concrete the walls of the cliff face? Opens up down here anyway. As long as the tunnel's open. So this tunnel, being 84 metres in length, is just a little bit longer than the Helensburgh tunnel. That short little tunnel that's gated off there just above the Metropolitan. That one's 80 metres in length. Coming up to a sign here. 40-foot falls. I came in 2000, it's either 16 or 17 to 40-foot falls from Lake Alexandra. That's the way we did that with the woman that I was exploring with back in the day. So 40-foot falls was only 5 k's down there. So if we ever do 40-foot falls, we won't go around the dam, we'll just come along the fire trail, and it'll be like a, well, maybe 12-kilometre round trip. So we head straight down here. Yeah, here we go, look. Box Vale. Yeah, straight down there. You have. There's someone's written something on there. Yeah, you can see that green marker. It was meant to have an arrow on there, but someone's ripped it off. Which track? I think it just runs side by side, so I don't think it goes anywhere. Must be getting close now, I think. Do you want to take in another 10-kilometre round trip to the waterfall? I didn't think you would. So we're just walking up this beautiful track here, just above the fire trail beside the farms. We're now heading downstairs. And this bit down here, we're just going to make sure we choose the right track, because it does, there's a sign there that says Box Vale Fire Trail. It's no longer the Box Vale track, it's the fire trail. These stairs are not in very good condition. So where are you thinking? Straight up there? This is where it gets confusing. There's no more of those green markers. Yes, that's right. That's the road. There's some sort of bird sanctuary thing I've seen there on Google Maps further up. So we could have driven in and parked here. Yeah. So this is where I could have drove the car, because we were a little bit worried it was a really, really long walk. So you could come down this public road, park here if you just wanted to do the tunnel. But the problem with that is you're not going to see the dam or any of that beautiful cutting that we came through. So from here, okay, so Box Vale Fire Trail, it says left. There's no trail there? Okay. Maybe someone's turned this sign around when it should be facing straight down. No through trail. Yeah, it just comes to an end of the Nattai Gorge, I think. Lookout, it's called. See, the sign is facing this way. Look at that sign. It's facing this way, and yet you've got barbed wire fence here. Something ran through there. Can't see any cattle or anything. You can just hear the traffic in the distance. So once again, when we come back, Bill, I don't think we go up this way unless it's really hot where the stairs are. I just think we walk along the fire trail up there, and it will save us climbing the hill there. I think we'll take the track. Let's do all this with the track this way, and on the way back, to save a bit of time, we'll just take the fire trails. Because just remember, the actual tunnel is not on these tracks. Remember you said, is there a track heading to the tunnel? One of these tracks, I'm sure, takes us to the tunnel, and if we don't take them, we'll probably miss the Box Vale tunnel. So we know we're going the right way. So once again, we have joined the cutting. There's a whole bunch of rocks fallen up here. Maybe this is where they're meaning that the rocks have collapsed. These look pretty fresh. Ah, look at that. No, they look old though. They haven't fallen anytime soon. Look at the moss growing on them. Nah, this is an old collapse. So I'd say this would have been closed a long time ago, allowed everything to settle once there has been a rock collapse, and then they reopened it again. You can see it's a worn track through here. Are you taking some pictures through here? Like the cutting? Make sure you try to get the cutting on either side. Surely we're coming up onto the tunnel soon. Yeah, we're deep down now. You can see how high up the bush is. I actually wrote down some notes myself, so once we get closer to the portal, I'll read out what I jotted down. I love those pants. They really do stand out in the bush. You sure they're pink? Fuchsia, that's it. Fuchsia. Fuchsia. All right, once again, we have joined the fire trail. So, as I said before, we shan't be heading up there. Be safe and be kind, it says. I did read a little sign here that says the box fire track. There it is right there. So once we're coming back past the picnic table bell, we'll just head straight down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to go back. No. Okay, and here's an arrow here. So far, from what that gentleman was saying in his review, that it's not very well signposted, we've had no problems whatsoever. You just got to make sure that you start doing this tunnel. So we mustn't be too far away now. Someone's actually written tunnel on this one. You got to make sure you start the Boxvale track from the car park, because if you do it from the gate up on top of it, that's probably where there's no signs, and that's where you can get lost. Look at the trees that have been cut here. That would have taken a long time to chainsaw through that. Look at the roots on that. So where do you reckon that's fallen from? Just here? Looks like it's come out of the ground just here.
Yeah.
Have a look at this. So this has been right across the track, so they've chainsawed it just there and somehow rolled them off to the side. Oh, we've got another little bridge with heaps and heaps of bends in it. How funny is that? Look how many trees have fallen over the railings over the years. No, it might be like that. I think here something's hit something here, but here I think that's right. So I think that's factory, because there's one on that one and one on that one. So it's only here on this side where something's whacked on this end here. Settle. It's not going to get off. You got it?
No.
Yeah, you got it.
Did I?
Yeah, you got it. That's all right. Calm down. Leeches are good for you.
Big one?
Yeah, that's okay. Leeches are good for you. You got off. We're going to have to check you back at the car. Don't worry. Have I got any on me? No. Yeah, that's right. Leeches are good for you. Remember back in the day with quackery, they thought that leech... Oh, you're a bleeder? We got a bleeder! We got a bleeder behind me! We got a bleeder! I know. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, I hope you're appreciative of me picking up all these spider webs. I got so many wound around me. So you're saying that the train came through here? Look at all these holes, babe. What's that? You reckon that's a wombat hole? Can you tie the cap on that? Just screw it. The back of it. No, that's opening it. Yeah, good girl. That's it, thank you. Alright, let's see what's in here. Don't rush out, wombat. Oh, that goes deep down. Yeah, that's a wombat burrow. It goes right down in behind. Imagine if you come bolting out. There's a cut. Is that trees or a sleepers there? Tree. Did you get a picture of the hole?
Of course I did.
Very good girl.
Of course.
Very good girl. I shouldn't even question your picture taking, because the last 2 or 3 explores that you've been on, the pictures have been outstanding. Look, we've got shoe prints. Oh. They look fresh. Fresh. There's one here.
Yeah.
And look at this one. This one you can even see like a bee on that. It's got some sort of writing underneath your shoes.
That's a kangaroo. 1, 2, 3. That's kangaroo.
That's a big kangaroo, if that's the case.
Kangaroo.
That's a big kanga. That's a big kanga.
Wallaby?
Could be a wallaby, yeah. Alright, we're heading up again. We have reached the boulder cutting. Whatever that means. Would that have been up on a tree somewhere? No, that would have been a fence post, like a post. Yeah, you can see the end bit, and someone's just laid it on this tree here. We'll get pictures with us sitting on either side of it on the way back. Remind me to stop there, yeah? I've got a funny feeling we're getting very close to it now. So we won't go down the incline. Once we walk through the tunnel, we've got to try to find the signs to take us to the lookout, and then as soon as we get to the lookout, we'll return. The boulder cutting, which means there's boulders that have fallen from the top onto the track. Look at the erosion over the years. Belle, just be mindful, see if you can keep the pictures down below 1,000. Well, you can't really. That's all right, doesn't matter. I'll just go. Yeah, we'll just go through them. And then those ones that turn out blurry or don't look as good online as they do with the naked eye, I just delete anyways. So coal trains used to roar through here back in the 1800s. And it only lasted, what, for 5 or 6 years? Until the coal mine was no more. Do you know your way back if there was no more signs, Belle? Like back, say if we turned around now and you didn't have one sign, reckon you could find your way back? Huh? Yeah, I reckon too. You got plenty of wide fire trails. Even through here the track's nice and easy. It's formed and there's been no recent rockfall through here. I can't see anything fresh. Alright, just keeps on going and going and going. So we're coming through another cutting. I've just checked the compass and we are going or coming from the west and we are heading east. So west-east towards the tunnel. On the return journey home, east-west. A lot of those Richmond Vale tunnels were east-west, and the Woy Woy tunnel was an east-west running tunnel as well. Yeah, clear is. I don't know if you guys can make that out up there. Let me just try to zoom in. But it's a really open, easy track. Easy for children. This is no problem for any young child to do this. We've not had to climb or do anything. Got some cockies above us. Is it just white?
I think young children, I wouldn't go under 10 to get winded.
Oh yeah, whinging is a different story. Yeah, whinging is a different story. If you keep them occupied, bring a whole bunch of lollies or whatever else. But you know your child. You know your child if he has a short or decent attention span. If he can't handle a couple of hours walking, no, you wouldn't bring him along. My son, when he was young, I took him all places like this. I even took him when he was, 2007, he would have been 8 or 9 years of age, at those West Head fortifications. There was no army track upgrade in that year, 2007, so we climbed down the frickin' rope. 9-year-old kid with this rope heading straight down. No fear whatsoever. Just followed me down, and I got a couple of pictures of him within the fortifications down there. Now it's easy. Now the rope doesn't exist anymore, and the cutting that you could walk down is like overgrown, considering people don't make their way to the bottom from there anymore, and people just walk down the army track. You can still hear the freeway in the distance just a little bit. Can you see that, guys and gals? Look what's above us. The tree has fallen directly across the cutting here, and it's hanging on this end. This end I'm not so worried about because it's fallen on the embankment, but here, that will give way one day. You ready to run under? There's no running. No running. It's probably wedged. I don't think that's going anywhere until that tree root rots.
It's like a pup. Look at it.
Yeah, I know. Well, that one's not going
God,
anywhere.
it made a great swing.
Yeah, that one's fallen in the fork of the tree up there.
Yeah, I know, but it'd be a good swing.
Yeah, I know.
Like I'd love to put both on it.
Yeah. How
With
cool.
a swing, just swing along here.
Yeah, make sure you get pics through here. Look how beautiful that looks
well,
there.
I didn't want to use your
No, you come in front of me. Oh, actually, yeah, no, come in front of me and just take a picture of all the ferns down through there.
Oh, that's pretty.
And then I'll go. It's very pretty. Hang on, I'll go in front so I can video down through here. Maybe once you get to the other side, just shoot back. So think about it, Bill. Back when this was running in the 1800s, I highly doubt this tree would have been in the middle of the tracks. And the one behind you as well. I know. Look how much it's growing.
Well, that's a ghost gum.
Is it? 100 in 100 odd years?
It's ghost gum. They're widowmakers, apparently.
100, what is it? 1890s. 1990s is 100, 20, 30, about 130, 120, 130 years. Depending with this closed, I'm not quite sure. I know they're stunning. Doesn't matter where you go.
I mean, I just did buy these in the shop.
Yeah. They love growing in these shady, wet, damp, rainforesty areas. Now look down through here. Now on the website also it said it can get... It's what, yeah, Fern Gully. They say it could get muddy. We haven't encountered any mud whatsoever. It could, but it did rain at the start of the week, but I don't think a lot of rainfall has fallen along this track where we're walking at the moment. See the sun peers in through here. We'll just do that through there. Bell's telling me very expensive, these, whatever they are, we don't know what they are, but some sort of fern growing on top of that stump. Would you call it a stump? I know. This is Fern Gully.
This is fun.
Yeah. Whereas the one back there didn't really have these tall ones. Sun's right on us. I have to aim the camera down. So we must be coming to a mountain soon for them to burrow through with the tunnel. I know, shooting back this way is beautiful. How quiet is it through here? Look how far down we are. Did you see how high the mountain is up there? So it makes sense that we're going to come to the end of that mountain now, where they probably did put the tunnel through. I've been expecting to come upon the tunnel for the last 20 minutes and we're still not on it. You do realise we're walking along the ghosts of the past here, you know that? This is train through for sure. This is the cutting. Absolutely.
Isn't there a way that you take?
Absolutely. If the tunnel's ahead of us, what would have come through here?
I don't think the tunnel is. I think it's off to the right.
So you think we join a different track?
Yeah.
No.
This is not train line.
Okay, this is train line to me. Single line track. After exploring other ones,
It's just not. How long ago?
1800s. That's how small they built them back then.
It's not wide enough.
Oh no, that's the weather in the last 120 odd years. Look how flat it flattens out over here. With the rain and soil and erosion sliding down, that's why it's.
There would be relics left of this train.
No, it says it says online nothing's left.
So what? They pulled up all the tracks.
Yeah, think about how long ago it was. What about the Richmond Vale one that I did earlier this year? That only closed in 1962 and there's nothing left there.
Hello.
There he is, look at him. Beautiful.
He's singing. Hello. You haven't seen
Yeah, he's probably thinking, who the hell are you?
Oh, beautiful.
There's another one over there as well.
Finches.
I don't know. I don't think that's finches. Some sort of honey. Some sort of honey eater. All right, here it is. Look at that. There it is, right in front of us. All right, let me get the phone out. And just before we walk through it, I'll tell you a little bit about. Look at that mountain. No wonder that's under solid rock. Just get that sun out of my way. Go away, sun. That's better. Look at that. We have reached it. You want to check the time? So we left at 7, stopping so many places.
9:23.
9:23. It took us 2.5 hours to get here. It's going to take us a lot shorter time to get back. Look where the idiots have got up to spray paint. They've got up top of the portal there, and they've put spray paint on top there. Alright, here's some notes that I jotted down before we came out. Let me see where we are. The Boxvale Tramway and Tunnel was completed in 1888. and dismantled in 1896. It was built to haul coal from a mine on the Nattai River, so it didn't last all that long, about 8 years. The mine and tramway operated for a short period, with the colliery closing in 1896 and the tramway dismantled. The route was restored as a walking track around 1985. The tunnel is part of the Boxvale walking track, a dog-friendly track with varying levels of difficulty. The Boxvale track follows the formation of an historic railway line and passes through cuttings, along embankments and through a tunnel 84 metres in length. Well, that's where we've arrived now. And ends at the Nattai Gorge lookout. That's what we're going to try to find, where you can enjoy the views over the remote wilderness area. It is important to follow the signs to the lookout after the tunnel and not descend the Boxvale incline, as the track is extremely dangerous and should not be used. Did you hear that, Bill? We shouldn't head down, otherwise we'll die. We will die. All right, what does this say? Did you bring a sponge or anything with you? Look what the train looks like. It's got like a little chimney through. That's a funny looking train, that one. The 1890 photograph shows a saddle tank locomotive. Well, there you go. Emerging from the 100-metre long tunnel towards the end of the Boxvale tramway. The locomotive was manufactured at Leeds, UK in 1862. It was imported to Australia at the instigation of John Whitten, who is recognised as the father of New South Wales railways. I know John Whitten. There's a bridge that I did years and years ago where I've taken a few pictures as well. Note the figure standing on the right of the locomotive wearing a top hat. Can you see a figure standing at the right of the locomotive? Oh yeah, here. Did you pick that up or not?
No.
A gentleman at the back of
Maybe
it. That's not the right of the locomotive, that's the left.
Yes, it is the left.
Why do they say right?
A lot of that's fallen away too. Like,
Where?
if you look at that, that's not there.
Up the top there?
Yeah, it's sort of like all changed. It's like the block has changed.
Yeah. There's a bit of water in there too, so have you got the torch?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go on through. And then we'll get some pictures on the way back. Your shoes might get a little bit wet, Bill. Are you going to come through no matter what? Okay. Yeah, she's wet. I hope those shoes aren't new. Once you get past this first little bit, you're okay. Someone's actually put stepping stones here anyway. Belle, just hang on to the rock to the left of you. Make sure your left hand's free. You'll definitely get some pictures through here walking back. There's something up there. What is that? Looks like some sort of timber. I thought it was an animal. They've propped it up. Okay, make sure your left hand's free. So put your bag on your back. Put both phones away. And use your left hand to balance against the rock. Okay? Have you got enough light? Okay. Yeah, just take your time. Just feel with 1 foot whether or not it's slippery or not. I got through pretty easy with thongs, so you should be okay. Yeah, you're okay? Yeah, we'll do this on the way back. Let's get to the lookout.
Oh, we're going to the lookout?
Yeah, lookout straight. We're not going down the incline. We can go straight to the lookout. We've just got to make sure we follow the signs. But once we walk through on the way back, we'll take plenty of pictures. I just want to get you... Yeah, I know. I just want to get you across safely. Yeah, once you're on those rocks, you're sweet. You okay?
Look at this.
Yeah, I know. Okay. You sweet?
Yep.
All right, coming behind me because you might not have a...
This was busy getting beaches off.
Yeah, no, that's, I understand.
Blood happened from...
Yeah, blood's good for you.
Beaches.
Blood's good for you.
You've had none? Why have I had them?
Yeah, because I'm immune from it.
Oh, no. Right.
So how long is this tunnel, Bill? The information that I have says 84, yet that sign back there says 90, doesn't it?
You see the bats before?
No, I think it was moths.
Were they?
Yeah, I think it was moths.
Like that.
Yeah. Oh, they're nowhere really to...
It's pretty major, but
It's just through rock.
out.
I know.
Like it's a lot for back then.
Yeah. You can see that. Look at the scrape marks.
Yeah.
Can you see? That's the pick marks.
Imagine digging
I know. Look again here. Look at the pick marks. We'll get this on the way back. So we'll get all these pictures on the way back because I won't be filming through the tunnel on the way back. I'm just got to be careful where I walk as well. Slippery. Yo!
Does it echo?
Not really. Yo! No. Not compared to some tunnels I've been in. Is that your phone? Yeah. How'd you get reception in here? A minute ago you said you had no reception. Oh, Belle, you ruined the serenity.
Oh.
And that, my friends, was the Box Vale Tunnel. That's what, sorry? Ah, okay. So that's what it looks like without a torch. And there's your flashlight. The Ace Beam X80. Let's try some colours. See what the colours look like in here. There's the red. It doesn't light up our path at all. It just gets the rocks around. Let's try the green, I think. Yeah, that's the green. That's for hunting animals. And now we've got the blue. Once again, unless it's a confined space, and it doesn't really show up. That's what, sorry? We'll take pics on the way back. Yeah, on the way back we'll stop, we'll take plenty of pics. Let's just try to get to that lookout. We'll tick that off and then we'll make our way back. Because I can already feel the temp rising. Looks like to be a cave there as well. gorgeous. So just up from the tunnel, once again, you'll hit another cutting. And we should be coming up on the lookout soon, and then the track should descend down of where they were bringing the coal up. And it says not to go down there. Even if we wanted to, we don't have the time, and with the weather being so hot, we wouldn't attempt it. We came for the tunnel and the lookout. That's what we're going to film. And find ourselves a nice little pub down in Mittagong. And grab ourselves a tasty lunch. That was only a short cutting through there. So you come through the last bit of cutting here, and there's a whole lot of action up here, a whole lot of signs. So this is an entire loop. So you've got a sign here that says the Box Vale track, and it says 9.6 kilometres to the Mittagong pool via incline. That's where they tell you not to head down, and a 3.3 kilometres to 40-foot falls. So we could, and if you notice here, the lookout, so what that person was saying, it's easy to miss the lookout sign. If you're not looking down, the lookout's down this way. So we're going to head down here. We have the box cart loading area. So something must have come up from the bottom of the mountain here. Fire trail to picnic table. So that's up that way. So what we might do is, considering this is a loop track, we may go back to the tunnel, take a few pictures, and then do the entire track around just to see what it looks like. Okay, so here's the one they tell you not to go down. Walking track closed. This is the incline, is it? No entry, walking track closed. Why? It says no. I can't read it, the rain's washed it off. Walking tracks, please remain on path. Is this towards the Mittagong pool this way? Incline, there you go. In 1883, 5 years prior to the Box Vale tramline being built, the Mittagong Coal Mining Company Limited took steps and opened a new seam of coal situated 158.5 metres below at the base of the incline. So I gather that's straight down there. The seam was said to be 29 feet thick. It was well known that the quality of the coal was very high standard, nearly, if not equal, to the best Newcastle coal. Hear that? Newcastle. In the same year, a workforce prepared the ground for the erection of a stationary engine on this spot and the construction of the incline to the mouth of the coal mine below. Look at that. Look at that. How steep it is. So I gather they've built stairs down there. Or a path, some sort of path. So we're going down to the lookout, yeah?
Well, it says not to go down there, is that right?
No, we're going to go up that way. We're going to do the loop back home, but we're going to go back to the tunnel, take a few pics,
right.
Then we're going to come back here and head up that way.
Right, but
okay?
we're not going down where...
No. I'm just going to walk down here a little bit and see what this is all about. Box cart loading area. I don't think this goes anywhere. Yeah, no, that's that way. Over that way. Remember I showed you that sign? I don't think so. No, it was down that other path. Unless this joins up onto it. I don't think this goes anywhere. Now start heading down the path, Bill. I just want to see, I can see the stairs. You could head down here. It's a bit risky, slippery. And you could rejoin the path that Bill's going to come on down here. But I'm going to head back onto the track then, come down the main stairs just to show you what it looks like. And we're going to see views over the Nattai Gorge very, very soon. Where are you? Bill! I hope she's not walking back to the tunnel. Let me go find her. So we're just going to film through the tunnel one more time, because who knows if we're ever going to return back to this place in our lifetime. And then we're going to go to the lookout and we're going to come around the other way just to show people what's the better way. Is it worthwhile doing the complete loop or coming back through the tunnel? So we're going to do the complete loop. I don't think there's going to be anything special that way. We're going to go through to the other end and then just film, take pictures coming back through. You ready, spaghetti? Ooh, yeah. Lights, camera, action. Why is this light not working? Let me get it going. The reason why the flashlight wasn't working is I left it on the colours. And that's the reason. Okay, so let's shoot 25,000 lumens down here. You ready for this, Bill? Watch this. Is that cool? Watch where you're walking. Can you see where you're going? That's what, sorry? No, I've got mine here. Yeah, I've got it, yeah. I've got it in my pocket. We're going to take the pictures once we come back through. Oh, you're a little bit worried? Yeah, you gave it to me before. Yeah, that's right. Wave. That's what it looks like without any light on whatsoever. Can you see? You can't be left behind like that, Bill. That's how you roll ankles. Should have brought that little energizer torch that you got beside your little bed, beside the bed there. Yeah. That's a nice picture through there. Look at that, with the ferns at the portal there. Stunning. So you're right to come back through, like come out to the end, because we'll take a few pictures at the portal there. You probably don't even have to put your foot in the water like you did last time. I managed to do it without any problem. It's just this bit here. It gets muddy here. Very muddy. Okay, so that is the Vale tunnel. I'm just going to take my compass off and see exactly what direction this sucker runs in. Plenty of cockatoos here. Look where they've got up. That'll take a good picture. I'm going to try to get up in there. You're right to get me a picture up on the top there.
Okay. I'm going to get out and reach it.
Yeah, get out of the leech room. Can you just put that torch in the back there? Alright, let's see where this tunnel runs. The compass says north-south. So can you hold that there and put it flat on you and just see where it runs? Tap on it.
North-south.
North-south. So what's behind us?
South.
South, okay. So it's a south-north running tunnel. We were walking through the cuttings west-east, but standing at the portal here on the southern side, it's a south-north. So we are now on the northern end. We walked back through again. Took plenty of pictures inside. And we're going to walk up to the lookout, Nattai Gorge lookout, I believe. And then we're going to do the entire loop around. And at the end of the time, when we get back to the car, I'll let you guys know whether or not it's worth going back this way or doing the loop around. See, the reason why I want to do the loop is there might be something up there that needs to be seen. So I'm going to do it this way to find that out. But if there isn't anything that way and it's more picturesque this way, I'll let you know once you get to the lookout. It's best to go back through the tunnel and on your way home that way. Down to the lookout. Viewing platform, stay on path. The problem is this sun might be right on us when we get down to this viewing platform. Tell you what happens is a lot of these sticks that are on the ground, they dig into you and they trip you up. Oh, there's too much sun through here. I have to turn the camera off until we get there. So it's probably about a 5 to 10 minute walk from up there on the top track to the lookout. Belle's yelled out she's at it at the moment. It's a good chance to show you the cap and the shades that I've got on today. So the shades I haven't worn for a while. These are the Jack Jad replica Ray-Ban 31-38 shooter. These are the ones that Val Kilmer wore in Top Gun. You notice with that little hole in the center there below the sweat brow. It was used for cigarettes back in the day. And the hat we've got From a Place You Will Not See comes a sound you will not hear. And it's got the Si Vis Pacem Para Bellum on the back. I think you know what that means by now. If you want peace, prepare for war. What's the view like? There's picnic tables here as well. Look at the gorge. It's just stunning, isn't it? So worthwhile coming down? Definitely. And you know, anytime I go on a bushwalk, it's the saltwater dream times 1 and 2. Once again, held up fantastically. No breakages. And have kept me safe. Which way did you go down? To the left or to the right? Can you see the water below or not? Oh, you can hear it. Have you noticed these marks here? Scrape marks from something back in the day. Look at these idiots. You've got idiots walking down all this way with spray cans. These guys have got no life, honestly. To think you'd walk down all this way from Boxvale Road with a spray can. Dickheads. Beware of cliff edge, the Nattai Gorge lookout. In the far distance are the Blue Mountains. The peaks of Guagang, 1289 metres high, are seen on the left, and Cloudmaker, 1163 metres high, can be seen on the right. So we're looking straight down to the Blue Mountains. God, I've explored the Blue Mountains extensively over the last 5 or 6 years.
But that's north.
Oh yeah, I can see the...
They're cutting.
Yeah. Look at the cliff tops down there. It does look like the Blue Mountains. If I didn't read that sign and if I stood here, I would have actually said to you, it looks like the Blue Mountains down there. So you can get down a little bit further. I might do that. See if I can see the gorge down below. You want to come down, Belle? It's not that hard. It's a trap. Okay. Good idea. I guess we do have a long walk home. I'm just going to go on this rock down here and see what it's all about. You can just see the river down there. Stunning. Can we zoom into the Blue Mountains, you reckon? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's right on the sun, so hopefully you can see something. Nattai Gorge. So we have now started the loop. We've come up from the lookout. You can just see through the trees there. We're starting to walk up this fire trail. The time is exactly 10:28. So we're going to see how long it takes us to get back to the car. We're hoping before midday. And if we get back to the car around about midday, that's going to be a 5-hour return trip. That's how many times we've stopped. The sign at the start of the day said 3 hours return, but when you're filming, it takes a lot longer. This fire trail should cut out a lot of the way, so it should be a hell of a lot quicker. back towards the vehicle. We'll keep you updated. We've just come up on a junction behind me. All this is a fire trail from the Nattai Gorge lookout. I would suggest that you cruise back along the same way through the tunnel because it's a lot cooler, it's a lot lower down. This may be quicker. So we've got the boundary fire trail off to the right. We don't want to head up there. Be safe, be kind. And we're still on the Boxvale track. We passed an elderly group that decided not to go down there on the track that's closed, so they're just doing a small walk to the lookout and they're going to come back along this route. Still let you know how long this is going to take us, but here we are. We've reached the farmlands again. So this is going to take us out exactly where that sign was telling us to 40-foot falls, I think it was. So this is someone's property all the way down to here. If you're wanting to get back in quick time, then this is the way you would head back. But there's nothing to really see along this fire trail. This is the first time we've come across anything with this barbed wire fence. I really feel sorry for that elderly group, man. They were huffing and puffing and the temperature is only rising. So by the time they start coming back, they're going to be struggling. They might decide actually to disobey the signs and head back along the bottom trail. It's nice to see green again. The green grass. Pity that there's not any cattle or goats or anything. Have you seen any animals? Even when we stopped at that junction coming towards the tunnel, we didn't see any animals. How long have we been walking for? 10:28 we left the lookout and it is now 10:53. So I'd say we're going to get back before midday with a bit of time to spare. This will give you an idea of exactly where this fire trail takes you to and what it meets up with. So if you remember this picnic table, and here is the way to the tunnel. Okay, so that's your loop. So from this point, you would head down towards the tunnel there, all the way around the mountain, and you come straight back down. And once you get to the gorge, only takes you just over 20 minutes. We stopped a few times to take pics. From here, if you remember, there was that track that heads right, I think, that takes you back through the bush. We are now going to skip this. So this is the way we came towards the dam. We're going to just continue with this fire trail to go through those gates which are above the car park, beeline it straight for the vehicle. Let's go, darling. Be safe, be kind. Look at the little wrens chasing each other. The male's looking to mate, chasing the female. There's another little male trying to get its attention as well. This is what pigeons do as well. Do you guys know where we are now? We have reached the little causeway here in between the farms. I gather this is where the elderly walkers have parked their cars, because I asked them if they'd come from all the way from Boxvale Road, and she looked at me a little bit, what's this guy talking about? And she said, no, we've come from some creek, so there's a whole bunch of cars up there. Is that their cars to the right there? Yeah, that's where they've been, so where they come from. So we went, if you remember, no, we didn't cross this. How could we have?
I took a photo.
Okay, but we didn't cross it to walk anywhere.
Yes?
No.
Went up that track to the left.
No,
We did.
absolutely not. We've come.
I took a photo. We took it to the left. And we came down those stairs.
Oh, here. Sorry, you're right. I apologise. Geez, you've got better sense of direction than I do. Here. So we did come up this short way, and we went up that way. So you don't even need to do this. You can just go straight up here and turn right to go towards the tunnel. So just past this gate here is where the track leads up into the bush. We're going to skip that as well. We're just going to continue with this fire trail. So this is where they park the cars. So this is exactly what I said to you. You could drive down these roads and save yourself a hell of a lot of time if you don't want to do it from where we park the vehicle. This is a nice, easy drive down to here. Plenty of parking. Just be mindful though, I don't think it's a tarred road. So if you're worried about stone chips, you might get some along this road. So how many of them? 4 cars. It was a group of about, well, close to 10 I think it was. Ages ranging, I think, anywhere from 50 to 80. They were a lot older. So where did we go? Did we come down this fire trail or not? We were up there. Yeah, so down this rocky path. You go that way, and then we came from along there. So we're going to now walk along the farmlands. Beautiful area. I can't see what animal. Not one animal on his property. God, that breeze is nice. It's so easy coming along this fire trail, and I can't understand why they don't allow people to go up to the Nattai Gorge lookout and then go to the tunnel from there, because that cutting had no rocks that were dangerous. The rocks that were dangerous was just through here. So maybe you can. So maybe that group was going around the other end. But this is the way that we went through, where it said not to do it. But we have reached this area as well. So if you're thinking about doing this, and this is still closed after a month, 2 or 3, and you're not willing to go down here, just follow this fire trail all the way to Nattai Gorge lookout, and then come along the Boxvale trail until you reach the tunnel. Go through the tunnel, back through the tunnel, and then come back along this fire trail if you're not prepared to do that. This is where we came out from last time, if you remember. We're just going to take the fire trail straight back. We must be close now because I can hear the freeway in the distance. It's really loud. So I can't see us being more than half an hour away from the vehicle. So the crossroads that we've come to, if you remember earlier on in the day, I mentioned the power lines. There's the power lines up that way and all the way down there. There's the little green marker just up there to the left. So we actually came from the dam, which is over here. We walked through the bush cutting out this fire trail. So the dam is right over in that direction, which we are completely cutting out. The next, I think, opening that we come to will be the gate that's on top of the car park. So that's how quick it is going back. And once we get to the roadway, I'll give you the exact time it's taken us to get back. Unfortunately, coming along this fire trail, you start to head down, which means you've got a big climb up there. But we are downstream from when we took those pics of the little cascading waterfalls. And we are now crossing over. Where did you cross, Belle? Across this little bit here?
Yeah,
Yeah, where people have put the rocks. This is going to feel nice on the feet. Nice. Okay, so up there is towards the dam. When the dam overflows, I gather this is a raging torrent through here. And there is no getting through. We've got one last climb up, I'm thinking. Okay, so here's my analysis for today. This is an absolute killer, this fire trail, to walk back up. If you notice here, this is the gate that Belle came across in the morning. The car park is just off to the right, and we're parked up on Boxvale Road, which is just a little bit further on from that gate. So my suggestion would be, come through this gate, and down here you take your first left. It's all downhill. You follow it all the way until you get to the intersection of the power lines. You pass that, and then you'll come to the junction where you turn right on the track that was closed today. That'll take you through the cutting, that'll take you through Boxvale Tunnel. Then you end up to Nattai Gorge Lookout. You can come back along that way through the cutting and the tunnel and back to the junction there, where you would then cross over and work your way back towards the dam. That's a lot easier way coming back towards the dam and ending up at the bottom of the car park. I will say though that the signposting is a lot easier if you go through the car park and work your way through the dam and come out. So if you don't mind climbing this one little hill back to this gate, just do it the way we did. But that was a killer, coming straight up. That's straight up from the creek down there. So you can do it either way. To me, it's an easy walk. The time now is, so we left at, what is it, 10:27. It is 11:34. So an hour. It took us an hour to get back. So when they say it's a 3-hour return trip, they're right in saying that. It gives you plenty of time to stop and take pictures. Just remember, when you do this walk, you're not going to try to climb around dam walls and walk through the tunnel once or twice like we did. So 3 to 3.5 hours with stopping and taking pics. It's taken us 4.5 hours, and we're now nearly back to the car. So there's the car park there. So on that note, from the Icon and myself, thanks for joining us. Until I see you on the next adventure or explore, adios.